Welcome to European Journeys. This is the introduction of a new series of journeys that we are going to start. And this series is entitled Walloons That Changed the World. Well, that's a big title. And in fact, we are going to talk about people who came from a region called Wallonia. Now, Wallonia today is in fact the French-speaking part of Belgium. And in fact, I am myself by birth Walloon. I'm not Walloon by origins, I'm Italian, but my family migrated to that part of Belgium in the 20th century, and therefore, by birth, I would be called a Walloon. But these Walloons are not from our generation. They are people who lived between the 16th and the 17th century, and they all shared the same faith. They had adopted the Protestant faith, the Protestant Reformation, which had, in fact, had a huge impact in what is today Belgium. At the time, Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, and also the north of France were part of what was called then the Netherlands. In fact, it was the same name, but it incorporated much more lands than what we know today as the Netherlands. Belgium was a land in which the Reformation was spreading very fast and was in fact impacting so many people that estimates would say that more than half of the population in fact had turned to the Protestant Reformation in one way or another. But sadly, towards the middle of the 16th century, the Counter-Reformation began. That Counter-Reformation was the scope really was to regain these lands that had adopted, in fact, the Reformation. That was, as I said, the northern part of France, Belgium, the Netherlands, also somehow the Luxembourg. But the Counter-Reformation succeeded in gaining just half of the land. And in fact, today, if Belgium and Netherlands are separated, it is a result of that Counter-Reformation. So the southern part was regained to Roman Catholicism, and therefore the Protestants, by that time on, had to flee if they wanted to save their lives. So these Walloons, in fact, are people who are largely unknown in Belgium today, still, but they went into exile. They went to the lands where the Reformation was accepted, where it was possible to be a Protestant, and they became a blessing to those lands. This is what we are going to explore. There's so many people that we are not going to explore them all, but we are going to explore some of the most prominent ones. As I said, they became a blessing to the lands where they settled. Today some of them are still well known in those lands, but they still are rather unknown in Belgium. As a private testimony, as a personal testimony, I can say that I had never heard about these names until I began to research about them. And there's still so much to discover, I believe. But from our next episode, we are going to explore the lives of some of these Walloons that changed the world. I'm Cedric Placentino. See you next week for the first stage of this new series of European Journeys.